Hello everybody and welcome to this Just Play Shadow Empire! We are currently completely done over here with the war, which is a really nice thing. And I am more and more eyeing up here. We still have a war going on over here though, so we might actually instead want to just focus there. There are some arachnids. We do have to build a road that direction, and most of it is mountainous terrain, so that doesn't really lend itself well to road building. We might need to do something with that. But yeah, things are done over here. Well, there's some non-aligned forces here. And this is also complete non-aligned forces, I believe. Yeah. Oh, there's a tiny sliver of something. The Sandhausen Imperium. Alright, that's interesting. Maybe this militia unit will actually go there then. See how far their territory reaches and stuff like that. Could be interesting. Because it doesn't say territory, so therefore I assume they have a city. And if they came all the way over here, that probably means they're not that far away. Which could lead to very interesting things. But I think it is time for us to end our turn now and see if this will work with the supplies. I think it should work. Well, maybe not actually. Well, we have to try. Because I want to try and save that guy. If this doesn't work, then we will build the road up a little bit, even though it does cost us a lot of industrial points. We have some. And we might as well use it for the betterment of our units. Well, more for compensating for my incompetence, because I should have known that pushing him up in that mountain, we have seen it literally before, would probably kill him, and I pushed him up in that mountain anyway. Pretty sad. What I do also want to check is now that Obernitz has a lot of extra territory, and Caesar as well a little bit actually. Maybe there are some deposits that we can find and we can use that stratagem card to actually go look for those deposits. Some more movement over here. Well, it's a good thing we have a lot of people in Austin already. So should there be an actual force coming there from online people, we should be fine. Speaking of which, fuel in Obernitz. Discovered a missile launcher. Really nice. Conventional small arms optimization. Just increasing the caliber, huh? Alright. Light armor infantry discovered. Light infantry army, I should say. Trade, so we could trade more, but we really don't want actually. Alright, higher soldier morale is still what we are trying to do. Yeah, and this guy is not getting its supply. Oh, and it's even less how far it gets this turn. Are you done? Yeah, you just finished. Which would make it better. So this became a supply base 3, which means that... Let me see. It doesn't show you here, does it? That's kind of annoying. There's a supply base 2 over here, so we can take this as an example. So we went from... how many ever it is right now to 100. And what is the basic one? 50, I believe. So it's probably something like 50, 75, 100, which means 2 more hexes. 1, 2. I'm gonna give it 1 more round. You have been in supply this round, so that's good. Wait, we have absolutely 0 decisions this turn. Well, that's interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. Sure, let's go into the wild over there. I'm gonna push you up as well. You can go back because, well, we've pretty much done whatever we needed to do there. This is now established borders as well because it is a minor. Which is fine. Like in a worst case scenario, we could always just decide to invade Driftvale. Yeah, Driftvale, Blackkeep is the faction. I don't think that's fine for now. Put you back there, put you back there, you can stay there. Now let's take a look at the history, because there was some movement over here, I think. Yeah, this tile got captured. So maybe we want to push like this. I mean, these are not that strong. Some rifle militia, some RPG militia, not that great. Is there some other militia over here? Not really. It's gonna be fine. Actually, what I'm curious about is how far can you do a range attack? Does it show? Because I know, well, you only have howitzer guns, so probably not that far. I don't think that sound was supposed to play right now, because we definitely didn't bombard anything. Because I know that rockets and stuff like that can bombard a ton farther. But this one didn't really show it apparently, so alright. Let's move units. I think this is why I like the mechanized units a lot more. Like, they can go so fast if you build some roads. And especially if we invade, there are a lot of roads here that we already use. So, we already can use, I should say. So that should be quite easy. We are losing metal. That's to be expected. We are equal on industrial points, which is a little bit surprising. And slowly we are gaining more recruits. But yeah, since we don't have any decisions to make, let's take a quick look through our strategy or stratagem cards. Oh right, I wanted to check on the prospecting. Prospecting, we are sure, no, cannot discover, cannot discover, cannot discover. So currently within our boulders there is nothing else to be discovered. Alright, that's fine I guess. I'm sad we haven't found any archaeological site. Could be some cool artifacts in there, and you know, don't really have anything from that right now. Zoo project, we should do that. Probably in a city that actually is reaching its limit with the quality of life score, which is a little bit over here mostly. You already have a zoo. Yes, level 1 zoo. Well, let's upgrade it to a level 2 zoo. Zoo project on Obanitz.
Copy that.
There you go. And let's check our nation. Banker ally, some credits. Ancient depot, yeah, nothing there. Also, these stratagems have been made cheaper in the current update, which makes sense. I don't think for 5 fate points, it's a lot. I don't think I would use them right now. Yeah, I think that is it for now. I don't think we want to do anything with them right now. I mean, we could ask them for help, but we really don't need it. Alright, let's go to the next turn then. I just saw that we had a stockpile of radioactives, and I'm not sure if we're actually mining that. If we're not mining that, we might actually want to build a mine for that as well. We're not using it. I don't think we're going to use it soon. But I think we can stockpile near infinite amounts of it. Or even literal infinite amounts of it. And it's better for it to be in a stockpile than that we would have to bring it out from the earth when we actually need it. So that might be an interesting thing to do. I don't know, we're gonna find out. I really need to decide what kind of units I want to build. I really don't know, that's the problem. We don't really have an army of APCs either. And I'm really close to thinking we should have APCs. Sensors are done, excellent. Payload optimization for missiles. Light armor grenadier army has been discovered. Another zoo. Alright, alright. So let's build another zoo. And I'm just gonna stockpile it in
Copy that.
That should bring their zoo to the maximum level. Now let's take a look at our decisions. Osiris wants to execute relative. That is the governor of Montgomery. He wants to execute one of his relatives. Yeah, no, it is our tribunals that pass justice. He shouldn't pass justice. And also really want to bring this back up to 50 at least. So yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yes, sir.
The Merchant Society leader. Yeah, this was probably the right decision. The militia want a commemorative plaque. I'm not sure if the militia council soldier, because soldier support is at 63, we need it at 64. I'm not sure if the militia actually counts for that as well. Oh, next round we will need to be at 6.2. Will we get a tech next round though? I'm afraid we might not. Yeah, we're not gonna make it, mostly because high-speed rail takes a lot more time to research, unless I just put in high-velocity guns, because we just did finish something. Yeah, I'm gonna go for high-velocity guns and hope that the amount of BPs that we get every turn is enough to just push this through to the maximum. But yeah, going back to this decision, I really hope that the militia counts for this. Their morale will be boosted by about 8 points, and that should bring us over the top for the mission.
Sir, yes,
Make
sir.
it extra fancy so they gain 60 points. And I'm pretty sure that applies for morale. Let's take a look at our AP council. What we still can get from it is not that much. There are 3 techs available that the AP council can discover. And after that, they have zero need for any discovery whatsoever. I'm not even sure we can like discover walker optimization. Armor piercing optimization we can. Cross fertilization should also work. I'm gonna leave the budget like this then, I think. And once we have completely discovered those as well, I'm just gonna put the discovery budget at 0.
Yes, sir.
Alright, to the zones. Food theft and Obernitz. I'm not gonna send in the troops. Sounds like a bad idea. I'm gonna try and interrogate the thieves. Even though it's near impossible. Does Obernitz have troops stationed in it? Some. Not that much. Not that much at all. Yeah, we're gonna send these guys to Obernitz. Oh, speaking of which. Yes, that worked. But he didn't get it. Alright, so I think this might be the last moment we can actually do it. And it's sad. It costs us a lot of industrial points, but man, we gotta bring him home. We gotta try to make them survive. Even though it's gonna probably be disbanded anyway afterwards, but it's about the idea that we're trying to save the troops. I mean, we haven't done heavy role-playing or something like this, and I think this game would lend itself really well for that. Make it a little bit more interesting, but we haven't really done that. But I still want to bring these guys back. They deserve it. Alright. So there are no troops in Obernitz. Well, a couple. So we're definitely not going to send in the troops. 20 unrest is a little bit much. I mean, the critical failure from this is probably going to be worse, though. And the chance of a critical failure is very much a possibility. Because say that we have an average roll, which is 51, I'm pretty sure. That makes it for 79, and the average of this, yeah, we're not going to do this. We're going to probably fail critically, which is going to be terrible and bad. So yeah, do nothing.
Copy that.
Unrest increases by 20%, and some food got stolen. Food getting stolen, that's absolutely fine. A group of 200 of our troops has decided to leave Obernitz and join Sandhausen Imperium? They have radioed us to not interfere. So we can either let them go, which I don't want, or forbid them to join the raiders. See, the problem with this I don't want these profiles. But I don't want to lose those troops either. I'm forbidding them to join them. That sours our relationships a little bit over here. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. So if this guy is indeed going to be back into supply, that means we will eventually be able to capture this with him. If not, then, well, we have to send him back up there. I think I moved him a little bit too soon. That's the decisions for this turn. Let's bring you back to the city as well. Assume, yeah, you guys have already moved. With that, we should have enough troops in Obernitz to not really be bothered by it anymore. Quality of life went up over here. Really nice. Bureaucratic offices are being established still. Oh, we're building some sewers. Always good to see you guys build stuff yourself. And just take a quick look. We're not building that much. Did we build the industry? No, we're still building the industry. Are we building industry over here? We are not. I want to make some industry level 1 here as well then. It's not going to be the best thing. It's better to upgrade that one. But I think we might want it. Alright, let's go to the next turn. And we're gonna see if our gamble with going for high velocity guns actually is going to pay off. Maybe we will be able to get attack and finish the demand. And otherwise we're gonna be probably a turn too late. Which is sad. And we probably could have done something about it. But I also don't really think it's necessary to fulfill every demand. It's good. And people get happy from that. And happy people are good people. They perform better, less chance of rebellions, etc. Missing one every now and then is not the worst thing ever. Usually your relationships bounce back quite easily. And I must say that so far my relationship with leaders have been really, really good. Like a lot of them have actually their relationship balancing point at 100. I mean, there are a couple who are around the 50, but yeah, most of them are around 100. So they won the elections with 32% of the vote. That's not that much. We have no more rare metal mining. That's sad. So we need to make sure that at least the stockpile is enough, that our machine production doesn't consume more rare metals than we're producing, and we can produce it by recycling facilities. We did get it, so that's really nice. And soldier morale is higher than what we promised, so it did help. We have development of the Tiger tank. Really expensive. Discovered cross-fertilization, 2 left for the AP Council. The operationalization of the mechanized light infantry corps, brigade and army. Really nice. And not so much over there. Alright, a lot of cool things we just got. So we're going to take a look at the core of mechanized light infantry. Yeah, that uses 1900 armored. So, let's take a look at the brigade then. We can raise the brigade. We get the heavy wheelers for the armored transport and the guards too. I want to take a look at the heavy wheelers, if it is what I want it to be. So we're going to check our models, and then the motorized transport, no, the armored transport, the APC of the heavy wheelers. There is no field testing on this thing. Oh darn it. Build one immediately. Race form, independent. We want not an armor, we want an armored. Oh, this probably has to be in combination with a infantry unit. So this is an armored, independent mechanized infantry battalion. But let's raise this one. The guards and heavy wheelers. Yes, good. So there's just guards over here, but they have the APCs as well, and that's gonna be really good. All right. let's take a look again at them though. We have now some field testing being done on it. And their design rule was not that great. Structural design rule not that great either. You might want to create a new one of this. It doesn't necessarily build upon what this was. And perhaps armor it a little bit heavier. Incident with Democratic activists. Alright. So, there's been a rather grave incident. You should know about what I did. A group of Democratic activists outside my compound in Sissa kept insulting you. Me? I've been nothing but good to them. Everybody loves me. I'm respected even. Alright. They really got on my nerves. I had to them arrested and ordered them to driven off and taken care of. If you know what I mean. The populace of Sissa is angry and there might be some unrest. Yeah, I would be angry as well. Well, wait a second. I am angry. I'm the leader. Completely unacceptable behavior. Absolutely true. No unrest, more democracy, and screw that relationship with her for a bit. Well, I say that, but I don't really mean that, of course. Which city was she the governor of? No. Wait a minute. Who is she then? Oh, she's the commander of the 2nd Machine Gun Infantry Brigade. Well, it didn't end up that bad. I mean, I should fire her for this, but it's a little bit of a hassle. Alright, let's take a look at what we're going to do with the Military Research Council. Because there are some things that we might want to look at. I think the best thing to do for us right now is going to advanced engineering, pick up a tech over there. Mostly so we can start getting something over here, get better guns. What we can do is fill in combat armor and just finally get that. Heavy battle dress, we're gonna make some advanced units, like some elite units with it, but I think our main units will wear combat armor, not necessarily battle dress. It's really expensive to build. Thinking about it. Looks like our rare metal production is still good though, so that's fine. But yeah, I think we should go for cluster bombs then. For specifically efficient and devastating targeting of enemy infantry groups. Sounds good.
Order acknowledged.
There's a thing that I'm actually really sad about, is that this game doesn't have any air combat or something like that. I think it would lend itself really well for having some form of air stuff. Like imagine having an airfield somewhere where you can send, for example, bombers or fighters on a protection or an attack mission or something like that. And they're just stationed at the airfield and they have a range and stuff like that. I think it would be interesting. And maybe, I mean, I have no clue what the developer has planned for the future. I have heard something about ships, so maybe air stuff is also in there. It would fit really well, I would say. Let's go with a new design. And there are a couple of things that we can design, and some of them I really would like. One of them is the missile launcher. I would like a missile launcher very much. But what I'm going to do is build a new APC. I am pretty sure that I'm going to build APCs as my invading army. And I want a pretty good one for that. So we're going to go with a high-speed machine gun. I'm gonna go with some 50mm steel plating. And since we have more fuel than we know what to do with, we're gonna go with the heavy diesel engine. Alright, I'm thinking though, is that not a little bit too much overkill? I think it might be too much overkill. So, theoretically, now we haven't discovered, like, I was thinking maybe we should go for an electric engine, but no, we shouldn't because we haven't discovered them yet and it's really cheating, so absolutely not. Medium diesel engine is probably enough for this. Saves us a ton of fuel. Not that we need to save on fuel, but if we build a lot of armies of it, then maybe. Let's go with a medium. I think that should be enough. What do we want to operationalize now? Armored assault army sounds pretty good. Alrighty. Refugees at the border. I like refugees. A group of 4,000 refugees are trying to enter the zone Obenitz. They are fleeing from the Sandhausen Imperium. And they say we shouldn't. It's apparently their property. Well, screw you guys. This guy really hates that. Why do you hate that? You love Fist. And we're decreasing our Fist. I'm still gonna do it though. I'm gonna welcome them.
Yes, sir.
So we gain some population from that, amongst other things. It's really curious. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. These guys are back into supply. I mean, they're not completely ready with everything yet, but they are getting supplies again. Let's get some replacements up in there as well. 6 of these. And not necessarily there. Oh! We can build some quad machine guns for our machine gunners. Well, I mean, why not? That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I forgot that well, I didn't forget. I didn't know that quad machine gunners were legitimate type of machine gunners. Oof. That's gonna be... oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. Alright, so you're running out of supplies as well. I don't really want to have a repeat, so we'll send you back for now. I will send you back for now. Go in there. And we'll send you back over there. Alright, so with that in mind, should we raise a form? How much do we need for this? So, yeah. Even a brigade of mechanized light infantry units costs us 11,000 manpower. That's a whole lot of manpower. Like, the resources are trivial at that point. It's literally the manpower right now. That's 11 turns of manpower. Maybe we want to up our recruiting in these cities. Not so much in Austin. We are running a little bit with population problems there. I'm gonna call these guys.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna increase the sign-on bonus and the amount of recruits. I'm gonna make it 20
Yes, sir.
and 1,000 for everyone.
Copy that. Copy that.
It's all voluntarily. Everybody has a choice
Yes,
to
sir.
join
Roger
us
that, sir.
in the army. It's good pay now.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And that way we'll be able to get a lot more manpower. Oh, we need this over here, some orders. And I don't think it will affect our cash flow too much.
Roger that.
Alright. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Next episode, I think we might see the first... No, not this. The first mechanized light infantry brigade being developed. And yeah, once that has been done, we might actually want to push up pretty fast over here. I don't think they have much against this. Tech level of 4.6. We have 6.2, which is a major leap because it is a square root of the number of techs we have researched. So, yeah, I think even though they're friends with us, isn't that cute? Even though they're friends with us, we might actually just try and destroy them. Take everything that's theirs. Would be a nice boost to our victory points. And hopefully it will lead us to more city zones that we can conquer after that. But that's all going to be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.